Welcome back to Better Half Bets, everybody. We finally made it to the best week of the year. We're so fired up. It's Wednesday. We're so close to making it, but we've had a hard time making it through this week. I'll tell you that
This
much.
has been the longest week of our lives. It seems like we're just at a snail's pace to Thursday at 11:40, and that's all I can wait for.
I could not agree more. Every single day, I start to get negative, and then I think, why am I negative? This is the best week ever. And then I think to myself, it's only Monday.
Is the first tip at 11:15 or 11:40?
11:40.
Okay, all right, good.
I believe.
I'm glad I didn't mess that up.
I
I'm
believe.
pretty sure it's 11:40, but
Yeah, that'd be bad. We would not know both.
regardless, we are almost there. And what else do we have right now?
We are so fired up, and we have a surprise for all of our tens of viewers.
3, 2, 1. Merch drop. Merch drop.
Merch drop!
Come on.
Look at that.
Come on. Who wants one?
Who
wants one?
Who wants one? We got our first, what's it called? Vendor? Our first sponsor.
Well, vendor. They're not sponsoring
Our
us.
first vendor / sponsor.
Shout out chicken. That's all.
Yeah, you don't need to know anything more than that. Shout out chicken. So if you want some of this merch, just let us know. We can get you guys plugged in. And if anybody else wants to sponsor us, we got a long
Not
list.
sponsored.
Well, if anybody wants to sponsor us.
There we go. Not anyone else. Just if anyone
no,
wants
if
to.
anybody else wants to sponsor us,
There we
this
go.
might have came with a secret sponsorship. So
There
if
we go.
anybody else wants in on that, we are open to sponsorships. There's just a long line for good
Oh
beginning.
yeah. Oh yeah.
Anyway, so let's get right to it. I just can't wait any longer.
Let's start in the East region.
You just want to go region by region?
Let's go East region first. We got.
I mean, do you want to get into anything high level or just absolutely not?
No, let's just go through each region, high level at the end.
Okay, so the East region is our region. And for the new viewers, Dookie, Jayhawk. How do you feel about our teams being in the same region as each other?
I think it'll be good. It's kind of stinks. Like, it'd be cool if KU and Duke could play against each other, like in the Natty or in the Final Four or something. But Sweet 16 is still going to be good.
You think KU's going to make it long enough for them to meet up in the Natty?
I think KU. I mean, we've said it all year. Their, ceiling is as good as anyone in the country. They're right up there. If they play their best, Duke, Michigan, Arizona, they can beat any of them. That doesn't mean they're going to play their best, but I think and one guy like Darren can win it for them.
Yeah, I agree with you. I'm not even as high on Darren as I've seen the rest of the team be on top of having Darren. My take on the Jayhawks this March Madness is that I think 90% chance they lose to St. John's in the round of 32. I think this would be Bill's third straight year getting knocked out in the first weekend after winning a national championship. I think almost guaranteed we lose in the round of 32. If we make the Sweet 16 and we play Duke, I think we beat Duke, is where I'm at. And then you have a hard time stopping me after that. But as a Jayhawk, I think first round exit is highly, highly, highly likely. But if not, I think we beat Duke. And
first weekend exit, not first round exit.
First
right?
weekend
yeah,
exit.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I just want to make sure.
And I did in my bracket, I picked Duke to beat KU because the likelihood Duke is going to make the Final Four at least is so high. And so I don't want to screw myself over by taking KU, but if KU wins, then I'll be happy and I won't care about my bracket.
So the only thing is Duke is dealing with injuries. Caleb Foster, there's no timeline.
He's not coming back.
I don't think he's coming back. And Goomba, their
He's
other
coming
big,
back.
but he's not coming back for first game. I know they play 16 seed, and I get that's kind of why. But if he's not back against Ohio State or TCU, I don't think necessarily they'll beat Duke, but it'll be a close game.
Yeah, but I think he'll come back for that, and if he doesn't, he still has a whole other week before they would play.
I just think that game because like part of Duke that's so good is like everyone talks about Cam Boozer and like Isaiah Evans is the shooter, but like Goomba is projected to be a first round pick. Like they have two elite bigs that can really take over a game, just the two of them. So it'll be, if he's not there for Ohio State TCU, it's going to be a challenge.
Yeah, and Ohio State TCU, that's a good game we can go through real quick. I saw on Twitter somebody say, whatever you pick this game, it's wrong. I'm riding with the Big 12. What I'll do, and I swear this happens to the Big 12 every year, we have a gazillion teams. You feel really strong. They beat each other up all year, and then we lose like 75% of our teams right away. But I will always stay in these games that are just like a pick 'em essentially, or close to a pick 'em. I always ride the Big 12, so I'm going TCU. But I do agree with you of like Duke is not getting an easy game with Ohio State or TCU in the second round at all. I mean, TCU is capable. I haven't watched much Ohio State. TCU is capable of beating or losing to anybody in the country.
Well, and I think Ohio State, I know he was first or second team all Big Ten. I'm pretty sure their point guard, Bruce Thornton, who is the Ohio State all-time leading scorer. The dude gets buckets. I'm pretty sure he was an All-American. So, like, they have good players.
This year?
Yeah.
Not first, second, or third team.
He was. So then he was definitely honorable mention then. But
I don't think, anyways.
regardless, he's the school's all-time leading scorer. I'm actually going to pick Ohio State over TCU, not because it's Big 10 or Big 12 or anything like that. I just think Ohio State's a little better than TCU.
Michigan guy.
Well, I would definitely choose TCU then.
Okay, we don't need to go through all of the games because we'll get more into those. So, like, we know we're going to pick KU. I'm going to pick Louisville. Are you picking Louisville?
Who do they play?
South Florida. It's a popular upset.
Yeah, no, I'm taking
Michael
Louisville.
Brown
I like
hasn't-
Michael Brown.
He was not playing.
What?
So people gave Darren so much shit all year when Michael Brown has done what he did on steroids.
Yeah.
And now it's come out that Darren actually
Like had full
was
body
hurt
cramps. Yes.
and whatnot, but Michael Brown has just not played the entire
Well,
year.
he also he'd score 41 game and then score 2 points, but play a ton, and then all of a sudden he'd be hurt.
Yeah, and he did the cramps. Now it's his back, and he's just not. He was out there in his practice uniform warming up, but out for tomorrow's game.
Okay, if he's not playing, I think I might switch to South Florida.
Okay, so we'll keep an eye on it.
Yeah.
I'm taking Louisville. It feels like too popular of an upset pick, and yeah, I'm taking Louisville. It doesn't matter because this is what I was telling Connor earlier. The way I go about picking upsets, I look the round ahead of where we're looking at now. So I don't want to pick an upset where, you pick somebody to beat Duke and then Duke has a great chance of winning the tournament. Like, you want to look at the next round like, okay, they are 1,000% losing the next round, so who cares what I pick this game? And that's how I feel about Louisville because then they're going to play Michigan State.
Mm-hmm.
And Michigan State.
You have Michigan State definitely winning. I do too.
Yeah.
And then I'm sure we have.
Go with coaches.
We have
UCLA, UCF.
Everyone's gonna pick UCLA. I actually think UCF's gonna win.
I picked UCF as well.
That's a kind of a Big 12 one for me because UCF lost games and sure they got blown out a little bit. Every team got blown out a little bit, but they also competed against Arizona and Houston. They're a good team. And UCLA, I don't like Mick Cronin. He's so annoying, their coach.
So I agree, and that's exactly why I'm not picking them. It's I don't want to deal with him. I think he's not to the point of being rude and being funny. I think he's just a weirdo and not very nice. However, their next game has the potential to be UCLA UConn, and that has to happen.
Although
we have to get Cronin versus Hurley.
And then it would be awesome if it's because then it would be Izzo.
One of them versus Izzo.
Yeah,
I saw these tweets and it was refs are gonna wear bulletproof vests under their stripes if it's Cronin versus
Hurley. Yeah, that's gonna be crazy.
So I picked UCF, but I won't be mad if UCLA wins because those two against each other, they're gonna absolutely lose their minds.
No, it's gonna be awesome.
So we don't then have to go through every game, but who do you have being your Elite Eight coming out of this side, and then who do you have advancing to the Final Four?
Yeah, so I went pretty chalky here. I have Duke versus Michigan State, and I ended up going with the Blue Devils. I do agree with you. If the KU or St. John's, who we didn't mention, if one of those teams can get past Duke, I would kind of like them to go to the Final Four. I think both of those teams are more talented than UConn and Michigan State, but Duke's been the best team in the country, or if you think Arizona or Michigan, they're one of the best teams in the country. I'm going Duke.
I don't think Duke is the best team in the country, nor have they been the best team in the country, but I get your point. I have Duke versus UConn, and then I have UConn winning and going to my Final Four. I'm really back and forth on this, and again, this is Wednesday, so I might flip my picks before this. I could see it being, but here's the problem, is you just got to play it safe here. I can see it being KU or St. John's.
Mm-hmm.
But because it's a flip-flop, you just take Duke.
Yeah,
agreed. You just take Duke. But I could see it being St. John's or KU.
Agreed.
So Duke, UConn, Duke, Michigan State, Duke.
Yep.
Okay.
I think next is the West.
Down to the South.
We'll go down to the South.
Down to the South. So this one is the chalkiest bracket out there. Well, I guess I might be using chalky in the wrong way. Like upsets all over the place.
So the least chalky.
Well, what is chalky?
Chalky means it's like the Sweet 16's 1, 2, 3, 4.
Like it's a chalk.
Yeah, like it's
It's
chalk. Yeah.
All right. This is the least chalky bracket out there. Your number 1 seed, starting off with that, is Florida, which is the weakest.
Definitely the
Number 1
weakest
seed.
1 seed.
Upset potential all over this bracket.
Yep.
Or this region, I
Yep.
should say. So Connor was having heart palpitations over this region when we got home from work today. Really nervous because he had an upset in just about every game. So
And
we did some revisioning.
No.
I thought you did.
No, I kept it.
Okay.
Because you know what? You could play it smart, and as I go deeper, my Final Four is not crazy. I'm not going to say it yet, obviously, no spoilers. But this is crazy because I picked I'm trying to think, the 12 seed, the 13 seed, and I'm pretty sure the 11 seed
did.
all to win.
You did.
Because I think Nebraska ball is a sham, always has been a sham, always will be a sham. Sorry to all the Nebraska viewers. I just don't think they're good this year. I think they've had a great story. They started 22-0. It's great. I think they just peaked too early is really what it is.
So I 100% agree with you. It's just funny that we, but mostly you, have such a Nebraska ball hatred when like one of our 10 viewers.
I know. And like best friends is in Nebraska ball.
And like, there's just a few of the, like in Kansas City, there's just like a few Nebraska people,
Yeah.
but it's like Connor has such a strong hatred.
Yeah, I just don't like
and,
Nebraska.
And like, I'm not a Nebraska fan by any means. And I agree that they peaked too early. They're not peaking at the right time. They never really played anybody. Like, they're not actually good.
And
They're like perfect. They're exactly where they should be. Like finishing second, third in the Big Ten and not really
Is
doing
an
anything.
unbelievable season.
Yes.
And I want this to be, it's not because I don't like Nebraska that I'm picking this upset. I just don't think, I think they're
agree.
not good.
I
That's
agree.
why. Like, even if this was Michigan, it was the same thing,
I
or
agree.
Duke, or KU, I would feel the same way.
The only difference I feel on this Nebraska take is that they've never once, they're the only Power 5 school in Division I history to never win an NCAA tournament game, which is insane. And like, you make fun of K-State. They have never, they're one of 4 or 5.
No. I think it's only them and Virginia Tech now, because Mississippi State won baseball. So I'm pretty sure it's them and Virginia Tech are the only ones that haven't won a big, national championship.
Yeah, they haven't won a national championship in their school's history. So we always have that in our back pockets, but Nebraska might be worse.
Yeah, because sure, they dominated football in the 90s, and they did.
But
they were crazy.
They haven't since.
And also, K-State still made it to Elite Eights. They made a random Final Four one year.
Which brings you joy.
Yes.
As a fan, that you have never.
Nebraska basketball has
because
never been joyful.
Winning a national championship, obviously it's amazing, but I would rather make. I think I'm a perfect example of this right now. KU won a national championship in 2022, and it wasn't worth these years of being horrible. I would rather make Elite Eight, Final Four every year. I'd rather be Houston right now than be KU.
I think that's a great take for basketball. We're not in football season. I feel
I'm
the
not
opposite.
talking about football.
Okay,
I'm not
all right,
talking
cool.
about football.
I
I'm talking
totally
about
agree with you.
basketball.
Totally
So what
agree
I'm
with
saying is what's happening to Nebraska fans is worse what's happening to K-State
Yep.
fans. So with that being said, I think, and Connor thinks it's going to continue. I think there's way too much focal point on Nebraska getting upset, and everybody's picking Troy. And I can't remember the story with Troy, but they are totally the team that could and probably will upset Nebraska. I think Nebraska is too good this year and way too hyper aware of this to not win this game.
Yes.
That was a really long rant, but I feel passionately
Agreed.
that they're gonna get this one.
No, I agree.
Okay, so let's do a quick little Florida plays the play-in, so we don't even know.
Yep.
Clemson, Iowa.
And Bennett we trust.
Our D2 fella.
I think Clemson's honestly better. This is really just, I trust the best Division II coach of all time and a former Division II basketball player. And in small colleges, we trust.
Yeah, and I wanted to pick them to go on more of a run.
Until they were a 9.
Until they were a 9. If they were a 12,
Oh.
imagine if they were McNeese and they got to play Vanderbilt and Nebraska. Then they're in the Sweet 16.
So I've had this thought. Is it better to be like
Yes.
Texas,
Yes.
who had to play in, than it is to be Iowa and win, and now you have to play Florida.
Yes.
But like I think
And the plan is not bad. You shake the rust off.
I would way rather be
You
an
get
11
going.
seed.
11 or like this 12 versus 5 is
Yeah.
always a good place to be.
Yeah.
Like the 12 is always upset potential. Like you would rather be, I think, an 11, 12, 13 than you would be a 9.
For sure.
Because you're going to a lot of times get a harder game at an 8
Yeah.
than even these like 4 and 5s. And
Agreed.
then you have to play the 1. So,
Agreed.
anyways, I wanted to take Iowa to go on a run for a little D2 fellow, but they get one game
Yeah.
for me. Vandy McNeese, I played it safe here. I feel like they used up the little jukebox Indian guy too
No,
much.
he's back, baby.
And I feel like
He's about to-
he used up his time already.
He's
so
about to be
I
back.
go Vandy.
He's back. I got McNeese. We talked Nebraska Troy, right? That's the next game.
Yeah, so we're split on that. We got North Carolina VCU.
This is a huge game because I also took VCU.
North Carolina.
Yeah.
Illinois Penn.
I took Illinois.
I took Penn, but I'm gonna flip because I just saw that their best player, what's his name, TJ Powers.
Yeah, TJ Powers.
Who was a Dookie as a freshman, Virginia the last 2 years, transferred to Penn, like never got to play at those schools, went with Fran McCaffrey. Now, Fran McCaffrey, game 1 back coaches against his rival in the Big Ten. I mean, this had upset written all over it. We got my white guy, TJ Powers, scoring 40 in the Ivy League championship game. This had a storyline written all over it. Penn was going to advance further than Iowa in the same region, and now their best player is hurt and their second best player has a concussion.
Yeah.
Or second concussion.
Yeah.
So I'm probably going to flip. St. Mary's, A&M. A&M, and everybody is picking St. Mary's and thinks they are going to go on a little run,
I think,
which they can't because they play Houston.
I just think A&M is bigger, faster, stronger, has better players. And I'm a St. Mary's guy. Like I'm not a Gonzaga and St. Mary's. Like they always choke and I just think they're in smaller conferences, but like I think they're good programs. I just think Texas A&M and Buckyball.
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 I was waiting to say it.
He's
Buckyball.
they're about to get into
Buckyball.
And St. Mary's has a good point guard, but it doesn't matter.
And let's take a quick little flip to Buckyball. So Connor and I were talking about, it might be if Bill loses in the first weekend this year, the conversation needs to be had.
Not fired.
And really, the conversation needs to be had, but he has the Travis Kelce treatment. He can stay as long as he wants, even if we suck. He can. Nobody's going to fire him. Nobody's going to tell him to go.
Well, and the good news is for KU, being a top 16 team in the country the whole year is sucking. Like, that's not good enough. And that's a good thing.
And we were up to like 8 2 weeks ago. So,
Yeah.
we were literally friend to 1 seed
Yes.
a couple of weeks ago,
Yes.
and it's just fallen apart. So, his worst is anybody else's best.
Yes.
And you don't want to risk,
Tanking.
that being somebody else's
Yes.
best.
Like,
I mean,
honestly, Kentucky is a good example.
But Connor and I had the conversation of Coach K went out at a time that Duke was on top, so Shire's been able to carry on Duke's name
Mhm.
and Duke's prestige to be able to keep getting good recruits and keep good teams. He never fell down. Now Kentucky's in a place where what does Kentucky mean to people anymore?
Honestly, UCLA, even though it was way back when, is probably the best example because UCLA won 13 titles in 15 years,
Yeah.
did nothing until the early to mid 2000s, and now they stink again. So I think Boeheim with Syracuse, that's another good one.
Exactly. I just hope that, and yet KU is still
Yeah.
above Syracuse. So I just hope that Bill doesn't tank our reputation and our name on the way down, or else I think you have a harder time climbing up. Because when he took over for Roy Williams, we were still at the top. I just think it's hard to ask somebody to come in, have those expectations, but that program does not have the same weight on its name anymore. I think Shire is a good example of all you have to do is take over this amazing program and not tank it.
Mm-hmm.
So, anyways, Bill Self might be on the hot seat if he goes 4 straight years not making it out in the first weekend. KU fans are absolutely delusional when they say that we can get Tommy Lloyd or Todd Golden.
Yeah, they're at maybe not KU level programs, but they're at that next elite tier programs, and they've had great success, and they're not leaving those jobs.
I think Todd Golden might have left before he won a national championship. Now he's won a national championship.
And they're a 1 seed again.
Second to that, we don't want Todd Golden.
No.
almost the most important thing is you just want somebody that's going to keep a good face for the program, and he is not a good face for the program. Tommy Lloyd, obviously, would be incredible. Arizona's number 1 in the country. I think it also goes to what I'm saying. Like, if KU was still like KU, then maybe. But like Arizona right now is a better program than
Definitely
KU.
not worse.
Yeah. So like, there's no chance. So, anyways, Connor and I sneaky. It's probably gonna be Jacques Vaughn, but our sneaky
Bucky ball.
Bucky ball. Long way of saying we're taking A&M.
Yes.
And then Houston. All right. Who do you?
You're good.
Who do you have in your Elite Eight making it out of this region?
So I again have pretty chalk. I have Florida versus Houston. I want to talk about the Houston Texas A&M game though, because I think Houston's going to win this region. I think that's going to be a hard game. It's in Texas. It's going to be a split crowd. A&M fans are crazy, so I think they're going to get like an early test. But I have Florida versus Houston. I have Houston going on.
I have Florida, Houston going on as well.
There we go.
So I have now UConn, Houston
Duke,
in the
Houston.
Final Four. Okay, let's get on up to the West region. Arizona, Long Island, chalk.
No, don't say one. I mean, it is chalk.
It's chalk.
Yeah,
you want me to use chalk or not?
Right. No,
Villanova, Utah State. This is like the most popular. Everybody's picking Utah State. I'm picking Villanova.
I'm also picking Utah State. Villanova's not good.
Doesn't matter. Utah State, their coach has been complaining too much, and you know how I feel about
I think
Villanova.
you have Jay Wright, like amnesia.
I just said you know how I feel about Villanova.
I know, but it's because of
But
Jay
this
Wright.
coach is low key.
Jay-
Not doing too bad with him. This is his first year.
No, he's really good. He had a great year at Maryland last year. Like, he's a great coach. I just think they're not there yet.
The Utah State coach, though, went on record to complain about their seed.
I love that. Love it. They're gonna beat them, and then guess what?
I happen
They're
to be
gonna get
married a
Arizona.
douchebag D2 basketball player.
Okay, whoa.
He loves all of
that.
the,
I
like,
love. Well, no, I don't like Mick Cronin.
I like chalk.
I don't like Mick Cronin.
I like chalk.
Okay, you gotta stop.
My kid is playing for Villanova.
Okay. All right. Let's hope so. That'd be a great
I
thing.
love Villanova.
I know you do.
I love Villanova.
I know
And
you
it
do.
is like Jay Wright, but Colin Gillespie is maybe my favorite college player of all time. Okay. Wisconsin versus High Point. I drank the juice.
Wisconsin's good. And Wisconsin is in basketball in the NCAA tournament. They go on runs.
Okay. Can I raise you this?
Yeah.
Did you bet against Jack Wolke when he was in the tournament?
I did.
Shout out Jack if he's watching.
I
Our
did.
guy.
I did.
Not my guy. His guy.
My guy. I didn't bet. I picked.
You didn't pick him to win one game?
No, because do you remember what we said? I said I'm going to pick Oakland unless they play Kentucky in the first round, and then they got matched up with Kentucky, and I was
And
like,
you didn't pick him?
no.
And what happened?
I know.
They have a guy.
No, but they're no.
Jack, I believe, was 2 of 6 from 2.
Yeah, also, Jack, you're better than that.
This guy's 0 for 2 from 2 in his career. Over 46%, I think, from 3 on like 300 attempts.
I know, I get it.
High Point. You can't. It's like if you knew hindsight 2020, you could go bet on Oakland to beat Kentucky. Here you go.
I'm picking
We have Golke 2.0.
I'm picking Wisconsin. But this goes to your thing. Even if you pick Wisconsin, you're not having them beat the next team, Arkansas. So that's an upset you're fine picking.
And this is exactly, yes,
And I also
100%.
am picking Arkansas.
This is why I also don't care, is because Arkansas is going to beat both teams.
Yep.
So, like, if you win this point, it gets you above everybody else. If not, Wisconsin's not going to burn you.
Yep.
Okay. Arkansas's next.
Arkansas. Done.
Connor and I are flirting with, we have till tomorrow to change our picks. We are flirting with an Arkansas Final Four run. Darius Acuff is the best college basketball player I've ever seen.
And it's Cal. Like, it's Cal and
And it's Cal.
and a great point guard. Like, they can make anything. And the thing about Arkansas is they have had talent and this level of talent all year, but it's just like they weren't all clicking. Like, Darius has been amazing all year, but now it's like everyone else all of a sudden something. Billy Richmond last month would be all SEC guy. Trevor Brazile is all of a sudden, if you watched him in the SEC tournament, you think he'd be like a top 20 pick.
And he came into Kentucky as like a top recruit
Yes.
in the country, and now here he is.
DJ Wagner, who comes off the bench for Arkansas, was the #1 overall recruit going into Kentucky. And he's had a down college career, I'll call it that. But all of a sudden, he's starting to ball out like he was the #1 recruit again. I'm just saying, Arkansas and Arizona, spoiler alert, that's going to be our Sweet 16 pick. Arizona has looked like the best team in the country all year, and I've been an Arizona
And they
hater,
are the best team in the
and
country.
they have looked like it. But you give Cal and a great point guard and a bunch of really good role guys, I think they have a chance.
The more we're talking about, the more I might pick them to win it all.
Not win it all, but I would love an
Arkansas
Arkansas Final
And
Four.
like we're watching the SEC tournament game. First of all, Kentucky's just absolute idiots for getting rid of Cal. Now that Cal is not at Kentucky, I can actually
He's
love
awesome.
him.
Yes.
And this guy's like, he got kicked out of Kentucky. He didn't just go give up. He goes to Arkansas, of all places. It wasn't even easy. He didn't turn around right away. He resurrects his program. You find out that this like PGU isn't because of Kentucky, it's because of Cal. He is literally running up and down the court, like doing high knees, giving his player hugs. Like, he is so, like, he loves these guys. He loves this team.
Someone, I forget who it was. Someone did
I was
say.
about to really like.
Oh,
finish.
sorry, go
No,
ahead. Well, someone did say, sorry, it was just that, 10, 15 years ago, Pitino and Cal were like kind of stuffy and looked mean and everything. Now they're like the fun coaches, and it's kind of no, Pitino's been fun.
Pitino is like fun in his own right. I
Yeah.
think Cal has like truly resurrected his personality.
It's
like Pitino is still stiff. He's
No,
just funny.
no.
Yeah, he is. He's just funny because he like drank a beer at his last
The
press
only
conference.
thing I'm going to disagree with you on is like Cal didn't just go and resurrect the program. That Tyson and Walmart money definitely helped him do that.
But Darius Acuff didn't cost 20. Kentucky has the most expensive roster in college basketball right
I
now.
know.
Arkansas is nowhere near that.
No,
I
no.
can't remember. I should have come with the list because
No,
I looked
Cal's
at
a
the list
great
of
coach.
this.
And
I mean, it's nowhere near. It's way less than Duke. It's way less than
Yeah.
Kentucky. Like, I mean, he
No,
might
I
have
know.
a $6 million roster. He doesn't have a $25
no,
million
I know.
roster.
I know.
Okay. BYU, Texas. Everybody's picking Texas. BYU. Give me the best player in the country. Yeah.
Agreed. Give me the second best player in the country.
Oh, I can't. I did just say one was the best. And really quick tidbit. First of all, AJ Dubonsa should have won Big 12 Player of the Year, but that doesn't even matter. Darius Acuff should win National Player of the Year because he is averaging better stats than Boozer. But not only that, imagine where Arkansas would be without him versus where Duke would be without Cam Boozer. Darius Acuff should win National Player of the Year. I can't even find the odds. I'm sure they're like 1,000,000 to 1. Like, Cam Boozer's a lock. Darius Acuff is the best player in the country. He has carried Arkansas to this point. He's going to carry Arkansas to a Final Four, and he should win Player of the Year over Cam Boozer. We don't need to talk about it.
You get to just say that, and I don't get to rebuttal.
Yeah, Gonzaga, Kennesaw State.
Gonzaga. Good go.
I've already heard your rebuttal.
Gonzaga.
Dookie.
Gonzaga. You're making me argue against Darius Acuff, who I was like the first person on him. I loved him in December.
Well, you like Billy more.
Well, I've always loved Billy Rich. Billy Richmond is
We
like,
got to get Billy one of these baggy tees. wearing his jersey.
Billy. You always have those role players that you love from like random teams. Billy Richmond's like tier 1 role player.
And we've loved him for 2 years.
For like 2
now.
years.
Yeah,
because
like we've been on
he
him for
like
a long
would never
time.
play at Arkansas, and then all of a sudden he'd take off from like the free throw. I'm like, who is this
Yeah,
guy?
we watch Arkansas. This guy comes off the bench like big ass
like,
baggy
tees are back.
and just like dunk on somebody and then like get a steal.
Also,
So he's been our role player
Darius
guys for like 2
Acuff
years.
wears like
That's
but it's
the
like right
toughest
here.
thing.
Yeah, that's sweet.
Darren kind of does it, but like his is a little bit more hidden.
Yeah.
But he does it. I think that's like the toughest.
No,
like, you are a
Darius
hooper
literally
with
like
that.
cut like a.
So
a
that's what I was
dry
gonna
fit.
say. Like Darren has like a black Under
Yeah.
Armour that's
No,
like this.
he cut
Darren
a
is
dry
like,
fit.
or Darius. I
know.
can't put them together. Darius.
Yes.
Literally like cuts this, and it's so tough. And I think he wears kind of like baggy or short.
Yeah.
Oh my god, it's tough.
Yeah.
All right, Miami, Florida versus Mizzou. Wah, wah. Mizzou
Miami.
gets to play in St. Louis.
I don't care. I think Miami's gonna win.
I think Mizzou's gonna win. I'm picking Miami. I would never pick Mizzou to win a game. Purdue, okay, chalk. Okay, who do you have as your Elite Eight going to the Final Four out of this one?
All right, so I have Purdue in the bottom of the South, or of the South, and then my heart's saying Arkansas, my head's saying Arizona. I haven't made a pick yet, but the winner of that game I have going to the Final Four, so that's where I'm at.
Yeah. So
Also, can you imagine Darius Acuff versus Braden Smith Elite Eight game to go to the Final Four? 2 best point guards in the country. That would just be elite television.
I have.
You have Arkansas.
I don't right now.
You have Arizona?
I think I'm going to switch it up. Here's where I'm so stuck is like,
Right now, I have
I would
Arkansas.
pick Arkansas
you have Arizona.
over
We're looking to switch.
everybody.
Except Arizona.
but Arizona scares me because historically they're similar to like Iowa State.
They always
They
lose
always
in the Sweet
lose
16.
and they always choke. But what happens if I'm thinking this, like overthinking this too much, and Arizona is by far the best team in the country and they win the national championship?
That's what
Like,
makes the bracket
I don't
fun.
know if the upside is high enough on Arkansas for like how big the downside
Just
would be.
cheering for Darius though in the Final Four. would
But
be
I think
awesome.
I wouldn't care about my bracket and I would cheer.
You know what's
You
gonna?
know what I might do? This is what I had in my
What's
head.
gonna destroy you is if it's a Darius versus KU championship game.
That's not gonna destroy me.
Oh,
It's
I
not
would
gonna
just that'd destroy me.
Okay, I would flip so quickly.
I know
to
you
KU.
would.
That's not even a question. Although I do have a lake house in Arkansas, so I'm kind of a big Arkansas fan.
Oh,
Well,
I'm
I
kidding.
do
I'm
in
kidding.
football
Go,
kind
here,
of
go,
because
go,
Kate's
go,
so
go,
bad.
go.
So what I'm gonna do for these teams that I don't think they're probably gonna do it, and I don't want them to ruin my bracket, is I'm gonna put $5 on Arkansas to win the national championship and $5 on KU to win the national
Love that.
championship. So it's like, if they win, then I win money anyways. KU, it's 5 to win 500,
I love that.
and then I think Arkansas's like 5 to win 250. So I won't be like mad at myself.
Love that.
But I don't want to screw my bracket.
Midwest
So
region?
I have Arizona. Who would it be?
Yeah, you have Arizona versus Purdue or
BYU.
Yeah, so she has BYU. That'd be cool. That'd be cool.
Yeah, I'm picking BYU
I
down
like
a
that.
run.
I
I
have
don't know
Purdue.
if I like it.
I do have BYU in the Sweet 16, but I like that.
Okay, so last.
I'm gonna go really quickly on the Midwest here. I'm just picking Michigan to go to the Final Four. I think they're too big. I think if they still had their backup point guard, LJ Kaysen, I think Michigan wins the title. They don't have him. I still think they're good enough to get to the Final Four just because they're so damn big. They have so many B+, A- guys that I think they're just going to overwhelm people. But I don't think they can be elite teams without kind of LJ Kaysen, who is that steady presence. So I have Michigan going to the Final Four, but not winning it.
I'm chalk in this region, and I have Michigan versus Iowa State.
Yep.
I have Michigan advancing and losing to Arizona.
Okay, so you have UConn, you have Houston,
Yeah.
you have Arizona,
Yeah.
and you have Michigan.
So I have 3 1s and a 2.
I have
I have 2
two
2s.
twos. You
and
have
one.
2 2s, 2 1s.
Yeah.
I have Duke 1 seed, Arizona 1 seed, Michigan 1 seed, Houston 2 seed. Then I'm 90% positive we both have our championship game, which is,
Houston, Arizona.
and who do we both have winning it? Tell them.
Do a drum roll. How do you do a drum roll? Houston!
Cougs!
Our guy, Kelvin
What's a coup?
Sampson.
Like this? What are we
It's
doing?
like, whoo, whoo.
Cougs.
Our guy, Kelvin Sampson, gets his first national championship. He more than deserves it. If it's not going to be the Hawks, I want it to be the Cougs so badly. I love Kelvin Sampson. I love how he's kept a tough, hard-nosed program with guys that stay 4 years. They love playing for him.
And then
They
he's
get
also
their degrees.
blended. He's blended recently with the one and dones, and it's awesome because I love the one and done guys that he had. I love the 2 one and done guys he has this year.
This year.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay,
I'm
he
talking
hasn't
about this
blended
year.
recently.
No.
He picked up 2 guys that turned out to be.
No. I'm talking about this year specifically. Like he has
Okay.
these 2 amazing freshmen, and then the 3 guys that are the 3 main guys that are back. are
Yeah,
just-
and I don't think Houston is the best team in the country. They're not going to just light you up from 3
No.
or like they're just going to win. I think by just being
tough.
consistent
And they're
and
just
tough
so tough.
and winning. And they have guys that have been here 4 years. So what did they do? They made the Sweet 16, the Final Four,
I
and then
think-
lost in the championship.
No, I think they've gone Sweet 16, Elite 8, Final Four, lost championship. I think it's literally been like 2
Okay.
like this.
Yeah, but for sure at least
Yes.
was those 3.
Yes.
and they've stuck around and they've stayed in the program and they know what it takes and they know how it feels to lose the national championship, and I think they get it done this year. Cougs, baby.
Cougs.
Let's go, Kelvin Sampson. Let's get you your first
I just gotta
natty.
give another shout out to a guy that's like good but not great. I love Milos Uzan on Houston. He's so good.
Hunter does love Milos.
And then like Emmanuel Sharp, he's kind of got a little Dylan Brooks to him. Like he's kind of a punk, but like he's also just a really good basketball player. I just think it's
I don't think he's a punk.
Oh, he's kind of a punk on the court. Like he kind of does some dirty, cheap shots like this a little bit. He definitely.
He's just tougher.
Well, he's awesome. And Kingston Flemings, who if Darius Acuff didn't exist, everything I say about Darius Acuff, I say about Kingston Flemings.
If Darius Acuff and Darren Peterson
Peterson.
and Cam Boozer and AJ DeBonta
Like
and
Kingston Flemings is hand down the number 1 pick.
Caleb Wilson.
Like last year, other than Cooper, I think everyone else would be the 2nd pick.
He has the potential to be, God, at the same time, this is something hard to say as well. I was going to say he has potential to be one of the best pros, but they all do. They're all kind of built to be good pros. I mean, Cam, honestly, the worst. But if he turns out to be
I would actually say
a
Caleb
Jokic
Wilson, I think.
yeah, but there's more guys that are like Giannis and like there's more Caleb Wilsons in the NBA than there are Cam Boozers.
Yeah, that's
like
fair.
you think Jokic and you think San Antonio guy. Not Wemby, the one you told me that his comp is.
Tim Duncan?
Yeah. So
Şengün?
You think?
He
Well,
can
we
have a
just
little-
used Şengün on somebody else.
He can have
Oh, we used Şengün on Zach Cleveland.
Oh yeah, I say he's the small college Şengün.
But like you have those 3 guys compared to there's a lot of big athletic guys that are successful in the NBA.
But Kingston Flemings. is
But
nasty.
Kingston Flemings is nasty, and he's gonna lead. I tried to bet. I tried to be able to bet. You know, before the Super Bowl, you can like bet the Super Bowl MVP like a year in advance. I tried to do that with Flemings, and it didn't let me.
I love that.
But we're all locked in. Scary and yet hopeful that we have a unanimous
Ready?
pick here. Cougs, 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 Cougs. So fired up.
Let's go.
All right, let's go, baby.
Enjoy the
Houston
weekend.
to win it all.
Enjoy
If
everything.
KU wins it, I'll be okay with that too. Enjoy the weekend. Stay locked in on Better Half Bets. We're gonna be firing away with bets, picks, live bets, thoughts from the weekend. We're gonna be fired up. We're gonna be active. So stay locked in. Join our bracket challenge if you want, and let's win some money.
Cougs.
Cougs.